So basically what we're going to do is, and I tried this in stainless steel, and this stuff is just too hard. So I'm going to come in with a little piece of aluminum and drill a hole through it, and then trim off the outside a little bit just to kind of make it kind of a bolt shape. In fact, I have one that I already did, and you can see it there. And it, just has a little hole in the end so that we can put the cable in through the end and then crimp it. And I experimented with crimping. It seems to work really well. So, and this end will come through here's one of those bird wire holders, and so this will go through that way, and it'll leave just enough room to crimp the cable into the piece of material. So let's get started on the next one. Basically, it's about a 5-step process. It takes forever, but hey, oh well, it's just what takes forever. And I'm using the little lathe because it's kind of early in the morning, and once again, I don't want to bug the neighbors by cranking out a big lathe. The little lathe barely makes any noise at all, whereas the big lathe, it's quite noisy. So I just cut a little center hole in there, and to give my drill bit a direction to go, because it's a small bit. And if you don't give it a direction, it'll just kind of start wandering all over the place. So just kind of cut in there. And nice thing about aluminum, boy, you just go straight in. There's no problem. And I, of course, keep an eye on my scrap or my pigtails that are coming out. If they stop coming out, and I know I'm binding up, but so far this aluminum just seems to be cranking out. And cut about, 3/4 of an inch or an inch in. Take the head off. And then at this point, I can extend it out. Let's go ahead and give ourselves about 1 1/4 or something like that. Put the live center in the tailstock. Bring it back in. Tighten it up. Crank her back up again and take my bit in, and again because the lathe, the drive gears are pretty old and they make a lot of noise, so I think what I'd rather do is go ahead and just move forward by hand. It's aluminum, it cuts easily. What it looks like by the time I get to the end is not a real big issue because all of this goes inside, and it just takes a few seconds, no big deal. Bring it on in. This might be the last cut. See what that looks like. Yep, one more. Let's take it to 95. I'm trying to find an even place to take it to so I can set my dial, and then I can just always go back to 0. But I haven't found that yet. Well, I actually did find it a little while ago, and then my bit went off a little bit. Okay, so it fits fairly well right there, no problems. So we'll go back to the old way of oops, a little bit of sandpaper on that, just to kind of give it a bit of a polish. And come back in with the hacksaw. Just hacksaw the heck out of it. And it comes down to, and as you see, it takes about 10 seconds. Just break it off, and there's our piece. So we got one of those. Square it up. And you know, the interesting thing is getting all these sequences to run smoothly. But I've done it 3 or 4 times already, so I've got a few more to do. And by the time I get to it, it will have been. I will have figured out how to get the whole thing to run nice and smoothly, and all the changes take place without any sweat. And then, of course, it'll be done. Once again, in nice and easy aluminum. I just love aluminum. Well, for certain things. There are other things aluminum doesn't work for at all. Okay, take that in about an inch. Live center. Bring our piece out. And first cut. And since, you know, size doesn't really matter, I mean, this thing, what we're looking at here is going to go up 10 feet in the air. No one is ever going to see it. So I'm not really concerned about how accurate my measurements are. So I just kind of drop the veneer calipers in until I get about where I want to go. I'm done there. Put my stop in place so I can go back to there a number of times. And take a couple of cuts. Let's take it right up to almost to 0. And as I said, by the time I get to the end of the 6 of these, I will have figured out where 0 is. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Let's see if it fits. Just a little bit big. So I guess 0 is in the right place, which is good. Take her on up to 0, and I should have a good fit. Well, I'll tell you, I looked on the internet, I looked everywhere for something that would work here and found nothing. Okay, that's good. Let's take this. Oops. Gotta cut it off. Polish it, cut it. and a bit far. Okay, yesterday a neighbor came over with his forklift, and we lifted this sucker up, and yeah, totally spaced out getting the camera out, but we got it in the truck, and it's ready to go. It's all strapped down and buttoned down, and all of the tools are in the case there, just in case I need some tools. And basically, there it is, in the truck, in the back of the truck. So we're going to take it down to San Jose today. I'm going to leave in about another half hour. It's about 6:30 in the morning, and then deliver it. And this thing will be out of my life, at least for the moment. And oh, the really cool part is if we just turn around here and kind of walk up into the mess, because there was a big trail of mess getting this thing out and getting it in the truck and all of that. But the coolest part is I got my studio back. Yes. And there's no big monstrosity sitting right there in the center. It's back to the regular shop, and that's a very happy thing for me. So I get to play again. Nick Collier signing out. We'll take some videos along the journey here and see how things go. Okay, here we are, moving down the freeway, coming into Sacramento. I know, this is about as interesting as a rock. But, you know, my wife loves rocks, so she finds them very interesting. So I thought you might too. This guy won't turn his turn signal off, nor will he turn. Oh, God, the things we have to put up with. Freeway driving, we're about 2.5 hours into this journey. We got another hour and a half to go, and we'll be there. First we got to go pick up the glass that broke last week. That's in Fremont, and then once we pick up that glass, we'll be going to San Jose. Okay, we're delivering the sign. Let's get out of the truck here for a sec. Alright, this is where we're delivering the sign. So we'll go talk to the guy. Here's the sign in place in front of the corporate center. We got 4 guys trying to figure out what the heck to do with it. And as we get closer, we're going to figure this one out. It'll be good. One more process. Here we are, installing, in the last few minutes of installing this damn thing. And yep, the nightmare is over. But it looks pretty good. I think we're going to be in reasonable shape. Here's the back side.